Hey, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube subscribers, back for another review. It's been over a week. The week prior, I did a video that I figured it would be pretty cool to have. So this week, I'm going to do a review, but I'm also going to set up a video that I'm going to do later today, and it's going to be I've set it for another day, so probably later in the week you'll be able to see it. It's basically just a special video. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Um, anyway, the review I'm doing is Salem's Lot, the 1979 Tobe Hooper television movie that was written by Stephen King. It is a really well, he didn't write the screenplay. It was written by Paul Monash, but it's based on the novel by Stephen King. Now, there's just before I get into the review, I just wanted to say that when this came out, I was just 2 years old. Now, I didn't get to see this when it originally aired, and I do know that um, there was many years throughout the 80s I didn't watch horror movies until 1986. So when the first time I saw Salem's Lot was actually about 10 years after it had aired. I saw it in 1989, and when I rented it at a video store, it was shorter than the copy that I have. I believe it was less than 2 hours long, so they kind of shortened up the storyline a little bit, which in reality, I liked it, but it kind of got lost in all the other great horror movies that I saw until when this DVD came out, and I believe this came out in 1999. I purchased this in 2000, so I've had it for 20 years. But um, when I saw it, I realized on the back it says 3 hours and 3 minutes long, and I was like, oh, okay. So I was definitely in for a thrill to be able to watch the full version of the TV broadcast that they had shown, and it was really cool to be able to see that, and it made me like the film and enjoy it more as I had gotten older and being able to see the complete version of it. I do know that the Blu-ray has the complete 3 hours, and that's really cool. I definitely, when I ever get a chance, I am going to upgrade to that, and there is still the shorter version floating out there on DVD, which probably a lot of people might have purchased, not realizing that it was a short version. But anyway, but yeah, so it was a great movie. Um, it's sad that a lot of people from this film are no longer with us. Lou Iris, James Mason, the guy who plays the mysterious partner, the pale-skinned vampire, Reggie Nalder, also Alicia Cook, Ed Flanders, Jeffrey Lewis. They've all passed on. I mean, but they did great performances. So basically, Stephen King's Salem's Lot is basically about a writer who goes to a town, and he gets fascinated with the hilltop house that is purchased by an antiques dealer, played by James Mason, and he realizes he has a mysterious pill. He realizes he's a mysterious partner, which is played by Reggie Nalder, and things start to happen throughout the town. People start getting missing, or they end up with getting sick, and then they slowly turn into these vampires. And pretty much most of the town, except for a few who leave the town, are all turning into vampires. I thought really one of the cool scenes in the movie was when the boy, played by Lance Kerwin, is in his bedroom, and he sees his friend scratching at the window. That was a really cool scene. And when you see the master, the vampire, with his two front teeth sticking out of his mouth, and he comes jumping up, and you actually get to see his full face. It's a really great creepy scene, and it does for what it was made in 1979, and it was made on a TV show. Or not a TV show, but on a TV. It was a really great creepy film. I do know that they remade it in 2004 on TNT, which in itself was okay. I don't think it was as good as this one. It definitely was an interesting version of the film. I don't think Rutger Hauer did an awful job. I don't think Rob Lowe did an awful job. I just throughout the years, it seems like I've more drawn to this one than the remake. I may buy the remake one of these times, and rewatch it again. But for me, the original was the best of the series, the best of the two films. Now I do know that they made a return to Salem's Lot in 1987, which further goes on about the town, and that was directed by Larry Cohen, which, I've seen that movie a couple of times, and it's okay. It does have a very young Tara Reid. You may know Tara Reid, who played an Urban Legend and the American Pie films. She played a really young girl in that. But Return to Salem's Lot, it was okay. I would rather prefer watching Salem's Lot and then the remake, and then if I don't have anything better to do, watch Return to Salem's Lot. There was some great performances in that, but all in all, it was not the best. So, all in all, I recommend this movie to any vampire lovers, any Tobe Hooper fans, any Stephen King fans, any fans of horror, really. It's definitely worth buying. It's definitely worth upgrading to Blu-ray if you have it on DVD. It definitely gets a 10 on my Richter scale, and if anybody hasn't seen this, I definitely say find it on any streaming service, or purchase it on Amazon and get one-day shipping, or go out into maybe a pawn shop or Walmart or something. Maybe they'll have a copy of it. But it's a really great movie, and it's definitely still holds up today, as for being that it's 41 years old. And the inside, what I liked about the DVD, and I've held on it so long, is a lot of people don't like these snap cases, but I always liked them because you got to see the full scene selection on the side when you open it up. I always thought that was a cool concept that the original DVD releases came out with. A lot of people don't like it. I can see why, because you'd much rather just, open it up and instead of having to flip it over. But I always thought it was pretty cool. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review. I know it's a kind of a shorter review because I want to, later today I'm going to do a special video that's going to be shown, that I will upload later this week. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you, like I always say, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed and you're watching this, feel free to subscribe. I always enjoy having new subscribers. And leave comments, because every time someone leaves a comment, I try my best to answer a comment, or answer a question from a comment, or comment, back that you said something. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy your week, and stay tuned for the special video later this week.